Spain's political hopefuls have been taking the stage in Madrid for the only televised leaders' debates before Spanish voters head to the polls in a general election on Sunday. Now, these are the 5 leaders participating in the debate, including acting Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez and Santiago Abascal. And you can see them all behind me. Now, his far-right Vox party has surged in the polls and could become the country's 3rd biggest party. The latest poll numbers by Spanish newspaper El País has Prime Minister Sanchez's Socialist Party heading towards a victory, but well short of the 176 seats needed for a parliamentary majority. Now, Vox has seen its numbers increase, but it isn't the only right-wing party expected to surge. The People's Party could gain 25 seats to close the gap on socialists. It's the second test in less than a year for Spanish politicians following an April vote that produced a deeply fragmented parliament that left Mr. Sanchez unable to form a ruling coalition. Well, under Spanish law, Monday is the last day for election polls, so we will not see any additional polling data before the vote on Sunday. Well, Tobias Schminker is the founder and director of the poll aggregator EuropeElects, and he joined me for a closer look ahead of the election.
The Spanish election is particularly interesting this year. We have seen a high volatility of voters since the 2008 financial crisis in Spain. That means many voters switch between parties, and it's often unpredictable to see the actual outcome before. And we will definitely see that the far-right Vox will gain a lot of votes and maybe become the 3rd biggest party. That would be a major success for them. The Socialists will become the largest party, definitely. On the loser side, we have the Liberals, the Ciudadanos in the center, because we have a highly polarized environment in which the voters shift to the center-left and the center-right. And this could benefit the center-right party PP, who had a very poor result in the last election and could improve their standing in this year's election.
What kind of alliances could we see formed post this election as a government is, when politicians try and form a government?
So what politicians want in this context and what voters want is different, because at the moment it looks like in polls that neither the center-right bloc nor the center-left bloc will achieve a majority by themselves, although they are fighting for this. So we have 3 scenarios which could be the outcomes in this election. The first one is that we have a center-left majority supported by regionalist parties, but only if the center-left parties, like the socialists, want to make concessions to the Catalan regionalist parties. We could see that the socialists form a minority government tolerated by the center-right PP, or we could see another snap election, which would lead to the 5th election in Spain in only 5 years.